Hello. Today I'm here, at work, in the studio.
And today we're here, at work.
In the studio.
Look, you see? Today, studio. But yesterday. Yesterday, I was at home.
Yesterday, I was at the zoo.
Yesterday, we were at the zoo.
Where were you yesterday?
Yesterday I was at work.
I was at the office yesterday.
I was at work yesterday.
Yesterday I was at work all day long.
Where were your children?
My children were at school yesterday. My daughter was at the swimming pool and my son was at a soccer match.
My son was at nursery, my daughter was at school.
My son was at school yesterday.
A week has 7 days.
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
That's this week. But this was last week. Last week. Last week.
Where were you last week?
Last week? Well, last Monday I was at home. Last Tuesday I was out. Last Wednesday...
Where were you last Monday?
Last Monday I was at home.
Oh, you were at home. He was at home.
At home. Ha, 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 ha.
You weren't here in this shop.
That's right. I wasn't there in that shop.
He wasn't there in that shop. No.
Where was he last Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Where was he last Tuesday?
Where were you last Tuesday?
Last Tuesday I was out. I was at the cinema.
Oh, you were at the cinema. He was at the cinema.
At the cinema.
You weren't here in this bank?
That's right. I wasn't there in that bank.
He wasn't there in that bank.
That's right.
Where were you last Monday? Where were you last Monday?
I was at home. I was at home.
You weren't in this shop. Weren't. Were not. Weren't. You weren't in this shop.
That's right. I wasn't in that shop. Wasn't. Was. Not. Wasn't. I wasn't in that shop.
Where was he last Tuesday? Where was he last Tuesday? Where were you last Wednesday?
Last Thursday.
Last Friday?
Last Saturday and Sunday. Where were you?
On holiday. I was on holiday.
Oh, you were on holiday.
Really? How was it?
How was your holiday?
Wonderful. Look.
How was your holiday? Was your holiday good? Or was it bad? How was it? How was your holiday?
Wonderful.
How was your holiday?
It was wonderful.
Great. Very good. It was good. Nice.
How was your holiday?
It was bad.
Not good.
It was terrible.
Awful. Very bad.
Thank you. And now, today's weather. This morning, terrible. Cold. But this afternoon, very good. Hot. So, this morning, cold. This afternoon, hot. Thank you.
At MAP Advertising, Rita is back from holiday.
Good morning, madam. Can I help you?
Oh, come on, Sandra. It's me.
Rita, how are you?
Fine.
How was your holiday?
Great. Everything was wonderful. Well, almost everything. Rita, hello. Hello. How was your holiday? Very nice, thank you.
Where were you?
France, near Bordeaux.
Was the weather good?
The weather was wonderful. Well, one day was terrible, it was cold and wet, but the other days were hot.
How was your hotel?
I was with my friend Carol. We weren't in a hotel. We were in a caravan. Very cheap.
Was it nice?
Yes, it was great.
How was the food?
There were some wonderful restaurants in the town. One wasn't very good, but the others, Oh, I have a present for you. For me. And for Sandra.
Thank you.
It looks very good. Ah, well, back to work.
Rita was in France on holiday. Tom Hall was in Italy on business. James Brady is at the airport, waiting for him.
Tom.
James. Nice to see you.
How was your flight?
Very good, thanks.
Tired?
Yes, I am. I was in Rome last Thursday, I was in Milan last Saturday, and I was in Paris yesterday. Yes, I am tired.
How were the hotels?
2 weren't bad, but one was awful.
Oh?
The one in Rome. But there was a great restaurant next to the hotel.
Was the food good?
Wonderful.
And how was business?
Business, James, was very good.
My car's outside.
There's a beautiful castle in the south of England called Leeds Castle. Let's have a look at Leeds Castle with someone who loves it. Pat Carr.
I'm a tour guide. I take people around the castle and show them what is here. Leeds Castle was built in the 9th century. It was the home of many kings and queens, from Edward I until Henry VIII, nearly 300 years. This was Queen Catherine's bathroom. As you can see, the bath was very simple. The little stool was for her to sit on when she was in the bath. This was Queen Catherine's room. This is how it was in 1430. It was her bedroom. It was also her dining room. Perhaps there was a table here. It was also an audience or reception room, a room where people came to see her. Our visitors come from all over the world. We have a lot of visitors coming from America. They also come from all parts of Europe, from France, Germany, Italy, from even Japan and China. This was King Henry VIII's dining room. There was a long table here, and these chairs were here in King Henry's time. This table was from a French monastery. The drawers were for books. I think it's the history of the castle that I find so interesting. Many people lived here. They loved it. They all added to it in their own century. And so it is a little bit of everybody's life, all the people who lived here. And I think this is something special.
That was Pat Carr at Leeds Castle.
And that was Unit 11.
Goodbye.
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 Hello. This is me when I was young. I was 4 then.
And this is me when I was young. I was 6. That was a long time ago.
Well, this isn't me.
Who is it then?
It's my sister's new baby.
Is it a boy or a girl?
A girl.
Can I see, please? Oh. When was she born?
She was born 3 days ago.
She was born 3 days ago.
Today we look at our past. We ask questions about our past. Natalie, where were you born?
I was born in Stratford-upon-Avon.
When were you born?
I was born on the 4th of July.
What year?
I'm not telling you that.
Natalie was born on the 4th of July. The 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 4th of July, and the year? 19 what? 1968? 1972? 1974? We don't know.
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th.
Now let's meet Rachel Hanson. She is looking for a job. She has an interview at MAP Advertising.
Good morning, Miss Hanson.
Good morning.
Please sit down. Now, I have your application form here, but tell me about yourself in your own words.
Right. I was born in Manchester. When I was 12, my parents went to Africa.
Africa? Did you go with your parents?
No, I stayed in England. I lived with my grandmother. But in the holidays, I went to Africa.
Very nice. Where did you go to school?
In Manchester. I went to the local primary school. Then when I was 12, I went to Claremont, the local secondary school.
But you didn't stay there.
No. I left when I was 16. I went to another school.
Why?
Because Claremont didn't teach business studies.
And then?
I went to college.
And you got a diploma in marketing.
That's right.
And now you want a job in advertising. Right. Let me tell you about MAP.
That was Rachel Hanson talking about her past life. Past. Before now.
Where she was born.
Where she went to school.
When she went to college.
Went. In the past. Go. Go. In the past. Went. Went.
My parents went to Africa. I went to the local primary school.
Stay. In the past. Stayed. Stayed.
I stayed in England.
Live. In the past. Lived. Lived.
I lived with my grandmother.
To ask a question about the past, we use did. Did you go?
Did you go with your parents? Where did you go to school?
Rachel didn't stay at Claremont School. Didn't. Did not. Didn't. Didn't stay.
But you didn't stay there.
She didn't stay there. She left. Leave. In the past. Left. Left.
I left when I was 16.
That was Rachel's life. Her past life. But what about other people and their past?
Where and when were you born?
I was born in Nairobi, Kenya on the 18th of October 1958.
I was born in Sydney in Australia in 1958.
I was born in Kansas City, Missouri in 1940, August 28th.
I was born in Amersham in Buckinghamshire in 1940.
I was born in Edinburgh in Scotland on the 2nd of October 1957.
Now, another interview for a job. But this one is different.
Now, Mr. Harrison, you were born in 1961.
No, I wasn't. I was born in 1955.
But you wrote 1961 here.
I know. I'm sorry.
Right. You left school when you were 18.
No, I didn't. I left school when I was 14.
But you wrote...
I know. It's not true.
And you went to college in 19... Did you?
No, I didn't go to college.
So, you didn't get a diploma in business management?
No.
But you were a manager for 6 years?
No.
I see. So, nothing here is true?
That's right. So, I don't get the job? I can't be a manager?
Well, The job isn't manager, Mr. Harrison. It's tea-boy.
Can I have the job?
Well, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you. Billy Schacht worked as a teacher in the United States for 34 years. Here she talks about her past life.
I was born on a farm near Millville, Minnesota in 1916. We had no electricity on the farm. Everything was done by hand. So we had to help with milking, which was done by hand. We gathered eggs. We carried in wood because our stoves burned wood. I went to school in Millville. The school looked like a big square house. And there were 4 grades. The smaller people were downstairs, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These were all ages in the same room. One teacher taught all the subjects to these 4 grades. When I was small, you either were going to be a nurse, a teacher, a secretary, or get married. And the teacher was the choice. The women didn't have that many choices when I was small. I started teaching in Millville, in the same school that I had gone to school in, with a few improvements in the meantime. But I started teaching, again, the 6, 7, 8, and 9-year-olds.
Did you like teaching?
Very much. It was rewarding, extremely rewarding, because you saw kids develop. And if you had some part of this, you knew you didn't do it all alone. There were teachers that came before you who got them to that point. But if you could all of a sudden get them to a point where, hey, they were moving ahead a little bit, it was very satisfying. Yes, I certainly did.
What's that?
It's a photo of you.
Of me? Where did you get it?
From your mother. It's a photo of you when you were 7.
Goodbye. She looks very pretty.
She was. There's a pretty little girl.
Oh, yeah, yes. What happened to her?
Hello, Mum. It's Rachel. I've got the job.
Excuse me. Is there a petrol station near here?
Turn right at the end of this road. It's on the left, about 100 metres.
Thank you. Do you have a telephone? I'm late for an appointment.
Sorry, no, but there is a telephone box just round the corner.
Thank you. Okay, bye. Excuse me, how do I get to Bridge Street?
Go straight ahead for about 1 kilometre. You come to some traffic lights, turn left at the lights, and it's the first, second, third. Yes, the third on the right is Bridge Street. There's a cinema on the corner.
So it's straight ahead, left at the lights, it's the third on the right.
Correct.
And is there a car park near Bridge Street?
There's a car park in the town centre. There are signs. You can't miss it.
Thank you very much.
So, how does James Brady get to Bridge Street?
Go straight ahead for about 1 kilometre. Go straight ahead for about 1 kilometre. You come to some traffic lights. Lights. Traffic lights. You come to some traffic lights. Turn left at the lights. At the lights. Turn left at the lights. It's the third on the right. Park Street is the first street, Market Street is the second street, and Bridge Street is the third street, on the right.
James Brady asked about 2 other places. Which places?
Is there a petrol station near here? A petrol station. Is there a petrol station near here?
And the second place?
Is there a car park near Bridge Street? A car park. Is there a car park near Bridge Street?
There's a car park in the town centre. There's a car park in the town centre.
What is there in your town?
Is there a hospital? A sports ground?
Is there a shopping centre? A shopping centre. Is there a police station? A police station. What is there in your town?
In Saffron Walden, there's a hospital, there's a library, a town hall, 3 schools.
There is a theatre, there is a fire station, there is a police station, there is a train station.
There are restaurants. There are malls that people shop in. There are office buildings. There are several very large and nice open parks.
There are restaurants, pubs, bars, coffee shops, lots of places to eat.
In my town, there is a library, and that's it.
After the appointment with one of his clients, James Brady wants to buy something for the office.
A souvenir.
Like these.
Excuse me, is there a souvenir shop near here?
No, not near here, but there's one in Penn Road.
And how do I get to Penn Road?
Go along this street to the end, turn right at the main road, go past the post office, across the railway bridge, take the second on the left, and you're in Penn Road. It's about 10 minutes.
And I want to go to a bank. Can you...
Opposite the shop.
Thank you. What did he say? Left or right? Ah, a post office. Right. Past the post office. Across the railway bridge. Second left. Now, first the bank, then the souvenir shop. Oh, excuse me. Could you tell me the way to the car park?
Yes. You go down here to the traffic lights. At the lights, turn left to the town centre, and the car park's on the right.
Thank you.
I want to go to a bank.
Opposite the shop. David is sitting opposite Kevin. Kevin is opposite David. The bank is opposite the shop.
Could you tell me the way to the car park? Could you tell me the way to the car park?
Could you tell me the way to the museum?
That way.
Thank you.
Is this the way to the zoo?
No, that way.
Thank you.
How do I get to the bank?
Go straight ahead and turn right. The bank is in front of you.
Thank you.
The bank is next to the police station.
Oh.
Is there a sports ground near here?
A hotel.
A museum?
A restaurant.
A theatre?
A park.
Information. Tourist information. Elizabeth Moody works in a tourist office in Marlow, a small town in England. What does she do?
Mainly, I'm here to help people. People come through the door and they always want something. They either want information about places to visit and things to do, or they want information about travel, or they want somewhere to stay. They always want something, and it's my job to make sure that they get it.
I wonder if you could tell me, are there any restaurants in Marlow where I can take my 2 children?
Yes, there are. In fact, there are several. If you go out of here and turn right into Pound Lane, let me show you. You are here, along Pound Lane to these double roundabouts, turn left into the High Street, and there are several restaurants and cafes on the left-hand side. Would you like to take them up with you?
Yes, thank you.
I've an appointment at the Globe Park Business Estate. I wonder if you could tell me where it is.
Yes, certainly. Do you have a car?
Yes, it's outside.
Right. Well, you need to leave the car park and turn right. Let me show you on the map. It's probably easier.
Thank you.
You're here. You need to turn right into Pound Lane to the double roundabout, turn left up the High Street, turn right at the top, follow that road until you come to a large roundabout, turn right again, and Globe Park is just down there on the right-hand side.
Okay, great, thank you.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm looking for accommodation in the area.
Yes, certainly. Do you want a hotel or a guest house?
A hotel would be fine.
Within Marlow Town Centre, or would you like to stay outside?
In the town centre, please.
Right. Would you like me to make a booking for you?
Yes, please.
Can I help you with anything?
Yeah, hi. I was wondering if you could tell me if there was a sports centre in town?
Yes, indeed there is. Was there any particular sport you were interested in?
Well, I'd like to go swimming.
Yes, they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool there. This leaflet will give you all the opening times and the prices.
Great.
The river makes Marlow attractive to visitors, and the town itself, which is unspoiled. It's as it was in the 18th century. It has a very happy atmosphere. And it's peaceful. And I think that's important nowadays.
And that's it for today. Natalie, where's the back door?
It's this way.
No, it's that way.
No, it's this way.
No, it's that way.
Goodbye.
No, it's this way.
It's that. David,
it's this way.
Come back here. It's that way. Fine.
Hello. Today we look at making plans for the future.
making plans to go out in the evening, making business appointments.
And we look at what to say on the telephone.
It's Friday morning here, and we're all working.
But this evening...
This evening, I'm going to the theatre at 7 o'clock. Look, tickets.
And I'm having dinner. Here, with a friend. And tomorrow... David, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Tomorrow, that's Saturday. Tomorrow, I'm playing tennis. With you.
Oh.
That's this week. And next week... Next week. Next week. Next week.
What are we doing next week?
Monday, studio. Tuesday, studio. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're working next week, every day.
And now, Julia Marsh of MAP Advertising. What is she doing next week?
Good morning. Could I speak to the manager, please? Good morning, Mr. Jones. Julia Marsh speaking, from MAP Advertising. I'm fine, thank you. And you? Good. Mr. Jones, I'd like to make an appointment to see you. Next week sometime. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I'm working in Oxford next Monday, all day. I'm sorry, did you say Tuesday or Thursday? Thursday's fine for me. So, next Thursday, the 24th of October, at 10 o'clock.
Dr. Watson's office.
Can I speak to Dr. Watson, please?
I'm afraid you can't, sir. He's with a patient. Would you like to make an appointment?
This afternoon?
I'm sorry. The doctor's playing golf this afternoon.
Pardon? Could you say that again?
He's playing golf this afternoon.
Well, can I see him tomorrow?
I'm afraid you can't, sir. He's working at the hospital tomorrow.
How about next week?
Next week, the doctor's going to an international meeting.
Next month?
Dr. Watson's going on holiday next month to Australia for 6 weeks. Ah, you can see the doctor at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the 17th of May next year. Is that all right, sir? Sir?
Kevin, where's the doctor going on holiday?
The doctor? He's going to Australia.
Right. What about you, Natalie? Where are you going on holiday this year?
I'm going to India.
To India?
And you? Where are you going on holiday this year?
I'm going on holiday to Fiji.
We are going to Arizona this winter.
I'm going to France.
This year I am going on holiday to Brittany.
This year we're going skiing in Andorra.
And now, Julia Marsh, on the telephone. It's Monday morning.
I'd like to speak to Anna Baker, please. Oh, can I leave a message? My name's Julia Marsh. Can she call me this afternoon? At work. My office number's 636-2091. That's right. Thank you. Hello?
Hi, Julia. Anna here.
Anna, how nice to hear you. How are you?
Oh, so-so. And you?
The same. Look, Anna, would you like to go out one evening this week?
Julia, I'd love to. When? Which day?
Wednesday?
Wednesday's fine. What do you want to do?
Let's go to the cinema.
The cinema? Great idea.
And after that, let's have dinner.
Wonderful.
Right then. I'll get the tickets and I'll call you back.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Julia telephoned Anna. Anna wasn't there. Julia asked,
Can I leave a message?
A message. Tell Anna something for me. A message. Can I leave a message?
and the message is...
Can she call me this afternoon?
Call. Phone. Telephone. Call. Can she call me this afternoon?
Julia wanted to go out. She had two ideas.
Let's go to the cinema. Let's have dinner.
Let's. Let us. Let's go. Let's have. Let's go to the cinema. Let's have dinner.
Julia Marsh is booking the cinema tickets by telephone.
Good afternoon. I'd like 2 tickets for Wednesday evening. Sorry, could you say that again, please? Oh, 2 £6 tickets, please. The name's Marsh. Thank you. Goodbye.
Julia, I have 2 tickets for a jazz concert this Wednesday. Would you like to come?
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm going to the cinema on Wednesday.
Oh. Well, some other time.
Yes, James. I'd like that. Could you say that again, please?
Could you say that again, please? What was that? Pardon? Did you say eating? Slowly, please. Slowly. Somebody is eating the house. Somebody is eating the house? Oh!
Oh!
Making appointments.
Taking messages.
Buying tickets.
Making plans.
That's the work of a personal assistant. Jennifer Flannery is a personal assistant in the United States. She works for a literary agent. But what is a literary agent?
A literary agent is the link between the author and the publisher. We free the author up from any kind of business responsibilities. They don't have to worry about anything business related. They just need to write.
Okay, I'm afraid he's in a meeting right now. Can I take a message? Did you want to make an appointment?
Okay, I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. He's not going to be in the office then. I am the personal assistant and associate agent at the Lazier Agency. I am the right-hand person, so to speak, for the president of the agency. I'm afraid that Jonathan's calendar is completely full this Friday, so that's not going to work out. I give him a photocopy of the calendar. We go over it and discuss, you know, who's coming, why they're coming, did we receive material that needs to be discussed at that meeting.
Do you have the Melody Beatty meeting scheduled for the following week? For the telephone meeting?
With Tom?
With Harper and...
No. I'm waiting. I have it tentatively at 10:30 on Monday. It's impossible and very rare to get everybody who's working on one book in the same place at the same time. We use the phone and letters, but the phones, because of their immediacy, are much more effective. Hi, is Don Truman there, please? Yes, could you ask him to give Jennifer Flannery a call and tell him I'm just confirming his appointment with Jonathan and Melody tomorrow afternoon?
Do you like your job?
Oh, very much. It's very fast-paced, very hectic, but I find that very enjoyable.
And now?
Let's go home.
Great idea.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello. Today, we're going out. We're going out to eat.
At a friend's house.
And in a restaurant.
In a restaurant, you order what you want. Ask for. Order.
Now, what do I want for dinner? I'd like some chicken with some potatoes and beans. And for dessert, some strawberry cake and cream. That's it. Oh yes, some cheese. Delicious.
When you go to a restaurant, you can order what you want from the menu.
But you can't order what you want when you go to somebody's house. I'm hungry.
Would you like some beef?
Yes, please.
And me.
This is Nouvelle Cuisine. That's French. New cooking in English. Rice?
Yes, please.
How much rice would you like?
A lot, please.
Mary.
Just a little for me, please.
A little rice for Mary. Peas.
Yes, please.
How many?
Oh, just a few.
No. How many exactly? How many peas would you like? 5? 6? 7? This is nouvelle cuisine.
6, please.
Paul?
A lot, please.
No, Paul. How many peas would you like? Exactly.
Oh, 22.
Well, that was delicious, thank you.
Yes, that was delicious, thank you. But...
Yes?
Could you bring me a hamburger, please?
What? How much?
A lot, please. A lot.
A little, please. A little.
How many?
A lot, please. A lot.
A few, please. A few.
When did you last go to a restaurant? What did you have?
I last went to a restaurant on Saturday night and enjoyed a Greek meal.
I last went to a restaurant 2 weeks ago. It was a French restaurant and I ate mussels and salad.
We went to a restaurant yesterday evening and I had a hamburger, French fries, and a large glass of milk.
Today, Julia Marsh is in a restaurant. She is having lunch with a client of MAP Advertising. The client is American. The restaurant is Indian.
This is different. I can't see anything I know.
Can I help?
Yes. What's this? Lamb Rogan Josh?
Lamb with tomatoes and yogurt.
Interesting. And what's this?
Chicken with nuts.
Look at this. Help. Julia, could you order for me, please?
Of course. Excuse me. We'd like to order now, please.
Yes, madam.
We'll have chicken shakuti and lamb rogan josh
Yes, madam.
and a vegetable curry. Oh, yes, and we'd like 2 portions of rice.
Anything else?
Yes, please. Could you bring us some Indian bread?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
We'd like to order now, please. Could you bring us some Indian bread?
Would you like to order, sir?
Bring me a banana.
Say please.
Huh?
Say please.
Okay, bring me a banana, please.
Say could you?
Could you bring me a banana, please?
We don't have any bananas, sir.
Could you pass the chicken, please? Thank you. Some chicken. some lamb, rice, and some vegetables. There. An Indian meal. Do you like it?
I like this lamb, it's delicious. But the chicken, whew. Sorry, no, I don't like it.
Oh. Would you like some more lamb then?
No thanks, this is enough. Could you pass the bread, please? Thank you. Well, if we can meet tomorrow. Oh, sorry.
How was your meal, madam?
Very good.
Sir?
Great. My first Indian meal, but not my last.
Anything else? Fruit, Indian ice cream, tea, coffee?
Not for me.
Can I have the bill, please?
Yes, madam.
Could you pass the chicken, please? Would you like some more lamb?
Food.
Meals.
In a restaurant.
Dinner.
Lunch.
Sunday lunch.
At home.
Sunday lunch at home with a British family, the Robertsons.
Today, we four are having lunch together. That's myself and my husband and our two children, Duncan and Claire, and my mother-in-law is also coming for lunch today. Today I'm cooking roast leg of lamb, with which I'm going to serve mint sauce and gravy, and fresh vegetables, potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. For dessert, we're having apple crumble and cream. Our daughter Claire normally helps me cook the meal, sometimes to do some vegetables, sometimes to just do the dessert. The boys are away during the morning, but when they come back, they help with the wine, the setting of the table, that sort of thing.
Can I have the mint sauce, please? Thank you, dear.
It's very, very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Claire, could you pass the juice, please? Okay, thanks.
Duncan, do you want some more carrots?
Yes, please.
How many would you like?
Just a few. 2, 3? 2, please.
Sunday lunch is a special meal because we are all here together and we have more time than we would normally have at mealtime without the pressures of work and school crowding in on us.
There we are, eating out and eating at home.
And I'm hungry.
Me too.
So, time to go. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello. Kevin.
Hi.
Today we look at doing new things.
And making plans.
I can't drive, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to have lessons. Then I'm going to take a driving test.
Kevin is making plans for the future. First, he's going to learn to drive at this driving school. Then he's going to take a test. Going to.
Kevin is going to learn to drive. What are your plans for the next 6 months?
For the next 6 months are going to be very busy.
I'm going to be a grandmother in July, so I'm going to Switzerland for a month just to be with my daughter.
I'm going to celebrate my wedding anniversary, which is this year 25 years since I was married.
I'm going to be at the mill working and also travelling.
I'm going to teach here until the end of the summer term. Then I shall have a holiday for 8 weeks.
I'm going to start a new life. Did you hear me?
Yes, dear.
What did I say? What am I going to do?
You're going to start a new life.
That's right. First, I'm going to buy some new clothes. Then, I'm going to get a job. Did you hear me?
Yes, dear. You're going to get a job.
Next, I'm going to buy a car.
That's nice. But you can't drive.
That's right. I can't drive, but I'm going to learn.
When are you going to start?
Start what?
Your new life. New clothes, job, car. Are you going to start now, dear?
No, not now. There's sport on TV. I'm going to start a new life. I'm going to start a new life.
Are you going to start now? Are you going to start now?
At MAP Advertising, Rita has some plans. What is she going to do?
Oh, hi, Julia.
Dreaming?
No. I'm thinking about evening classes.
Evening classes?
Yes. I'm going to go to evening classes.
Why?
Because I want to learn a foreign language. Japanese.
Why do you want to learn Japanese?
Because I like Japan. And I want to do something new.
Learning Japanese is going to be difficult.
I know. But I'm going to do it.
Rita is going to go to evening classes to learn Japanese.
Why do you want to learn Japanese?
Because I like Japan.
So, Rita has plans to learn Japanese. We join her now at her local college.
Right. How many languages do you speak? Apart from English, of course.
I speak Hindi.
Ah, how well do you speak it?
Very well. I can write it too.
Any other languages?
I can speak a little French, but I can't write it at all.
A little French. Can't write it. That's it?
Yes.
And you want to join our beginner's class in Japanese?
Yes, please.
Well, it's not going to be easy, you know. It's very different from English, Hindi, or French.
I know, but I want to do it.
How many languages can Rita speak, apart from English? And how well can she speak them? She speaks Hindi very well. She speaks a little French. She can't write French at all. How many languages do you speak?
I speak two, Norwegian and English.
English, and then I understand and can speak slightly French, German, and Russian.
I can speak 2 other languages reasonably well, French and German. I also have some knowledge of Spanish and Italian.
I speak English, and I understand Italian and French, but I can't speak them fluently.
This is a nice life.
No, it isn't. It's easy. It's too easy. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to leave here now.
Why?
Because I want to be free. And I'm going to travel. To Italy, to France, to Germany, to Holland.
How many languages do you speak?
1, of course.
How are you going to speak to Italian dogs, French dogs, German dogs?
Oh, well,
When are you going to leave?
now, right now.
Well?
It's going to rain.
Gene Abbott is a teacher in California. Josh Lafrano is one of his students. The course that Gene teaches is a practical one: automotive repair, or how to fix cars.
My program is a course in automotive repair. We teach people from the age of 16 through adults. We're located on a high school campus. It's vocational, which means that we train people specific skills that they could use in a job.
I like classes like this because it's more of the real world than it is sitting there reading a textbook, not knowing what you're going to be using it for.
Today's a work day, so when I go back into the shop, I have all of my students working on projects. First, Josh is going to get the air tools out and jack up a car. He's going to take a tire off of that car, probably with the air impact. He's going to take the tire over to the tire machine, let the air out of the tire, take the tire off of the rim like he would if he was replacing or repairing the tire. Then he'll take it to the tire balancer, he'll balance the tire, and then he's going to put the tire back on the car. Every student is an individual that comes into my program. All of them think that they're going to be able to fix their own car. They all have that as a goal that they're going to get out of the program. And then, as part of my introduction to the class, I'll let them know some of the other things that they'll all get, which include consumer awareness, communication skills, and understanding of how the car works.
Bye.
You're going?
I have a class in 20 minutes.
A class? What kind of class?
Italian cooking. I'm going to learn how to cook all those wonderful Italian meals.
Great.
Goodbye.
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 Hello.
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 Today, we look at planning a trip.
A trip. You go somewhere and you come back. A trip.
You go to another town or to another country and then come back. A trip. For business or for a short holiday.
At MAP Advertising, Tom Hall wants to go on a trip to Edinburgh, Scotland.
You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes. Come in, James. And sit down.
Good meeting.
Yes, it was a very good meeting. Now then, these clients in Edinburgh, when's your next visit?
Let's see. Here we are. I'm going to see them the week after next.
I'd like to see them too, if that's okay with you.
Of course. I'm driving there on the Friday before. Would you like to come with me?
No. Oh, thank you. I won't go on Friday. I'll go on Sunday.
Fine. But why do you want to see these clients?
Excuse me. Tom Hall. Yes. I'll tell you later.
What was the last thing Tom Hall said?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you. I'll. I will. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later.
Later. Not now, in the future. Later. James Brady is going to Edinburgh to visit some clients. He's driving to Edinburgh on Friday. And Tom Hall?
I won't go on Friday. I won't go. Won't. Will not. Won't. I won't go on Friday. I'll go on Sunday.
James Brady is driving to Edinburgh. But how will Tom Hall get there? Will he go by plane or by train?
Rita, I want to fly to Edinburgh on Sunday the 19th. Can you get me a ticket?
Yes, Mr. Hall. Which flight?
The first. No, wait. I think I'll go by train.
By train? But the plane is faster.
Yes, but it's nicer by train. And the plane is more expensive than the train.
True.
And the hotel. Now, I know a good hotel in Edinburgh. It's called the Grand. Can you?
Tom, I know a better hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Good. Thanks.
Rita, I'll talk to you later about the hotel.
Tom Hall knows a good hotel in Edinburgh. But James says, I know a better hotel. A better hotel. Good. Better. Tom Hall decides to go to Edinburgh by train.
I think I'll go by train. I think I'll go by train.
A train is fast. But the plane is faster. So why does Tom Hall decide to go by train?
The plane is more expensive than the train. The plane is more expensive than the train.
How do you prefer travelling? By train or by plane?
I prefer traveling by plane because I get there faster.
Train if it's more convenient and I'm not in a great hurry. Obviously the plane is much more convenient if you're travelling long distances.
I prefer traveling by plane because it's faster, and in this country, it's much more accessible. The plane will take you where you want to go, and the train won't.
I prefer traveling by plane because I like to feel like an astronaut, and I'm up there always with a window seat to see what's out there.
Earlier, we heard these two words. Good. Better. Here are two more words. Bad. Worse. Tom Hall is going on a business trip, but not all trips are for business.
Let's go to South America this year.
I'd prefer to go to Asia.
Holidays in Asia are cheaper than holidays in South America.
Holidays in Asia are cheaper than holidays in South America.
The food in Brazil is better than the food in China.
The food in Brazil is better than the food in China.
The hotels in Japan are nicer than the hotels in Venezuela.
The hotels in Japan are nicer than the hotels in Venezuela.
The weather in Thailand is worse than the weather in Argentina.
The weather in Thailand is worse than the weather in Argentina.
Darling.
Yes, darling.
Let's stay at home this year.
Yes, darling.
What was that?
What was what, darling?
When you buy a ticket for a train or a plane, the person selling the ticket asks questions. For example, do you want a ticket just to go somewhere? Or do you want a ticket to go somewhere and come back?
Single or return? Single or return?
In the United States, that's one-way or round trip. Would you like a one-way ticket or a round-trip ticket? So let's find out what happens at a ticket desk.
Passenger will step up and tell me which flight they intend to be taking that day, whether they have a ticket or not. If they've not got a ticket, I can issue the ticket right there at the ticket counter, reconfirm their itinerary for the round trip, check in their luggage for them, and make sure they're satisfied with their seat selection. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Would you like to check that piece of baggage?
Yes, I would.
Okay, and your destination?
Ontario.
Ontario, Canada?
No.
Ontario, California?
Yes.
All right. The size of the passenger really has a lot to do with their comfort on the flight. If it's a larger person, they would certainly like the exit row, preferably with the aisle, or at least some seat where they could put the armrests up. Flying first class or coach, Mr. Mullaney?
Coach.
Coach?
Yeah.
And because you're tall, do you want an aisle seat or window?
I need, if you have like an exit row or one of
An
those.
exit row?
And
Okay.
yes, I will help.
The three classes of service that we offer are coach class, which is the economy class, business class, which is better than coach class, and first class, which is the premium service and the best way to travel. I have to say myself that first class in business is the only way to go transatlantically
You
for
bet.
such a long flight.
It's the only way to fly.
Okay, in Chicago, the flight number right now, flight 52, is gate K19.
Okay.
And you will be coming into the airport at gate number K6B, so it's only a matter of walking in the same terminal 13 gates.
Okay.
All right?
Super.
So just a one-way as of now. Did you want to return also to American Airlines?
Yes, Sunday travel would be fine.
Okay, thanks. In the morning, afternoon, or evening?
I prefer evening.
Prefer evening, okay. That would be our American flight non-stop service out of Vancouver Sunday night at 6:10 in the evening. And you'll arrive back here in San Jose at 8:30.
Perfect.
All right, traveling out of the country and need to see your proof of citizenship, thank you. And will you be checking any baggage?
The one piece.
Each transaction is really different. There's never anything that's boring about the job. And that for the most part, the people that I come into contact with are really pleasant. And the people that I work with at the airport are really pleasant.
How are you going home tonight?
I think I'll get a taxi. It's raining.
How about you, Kevin?
I think I'll go by car.
You don't have a car.
Your car.
Goodbye. Hello, I'm David.
Hello, I'm Natalie.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
Today, we look at what people do at the weekend. Do they stay in, stay at home? Or do they go out?
And we look at when people go on holiday.
But first, the weekend. Kevin, what do you do at the weekend?
Well, first I get up late.
Always?
Yes, always. Every weekend I get up late. I always get up late. Saturday and Sunday, I always get up late. Always. Always.
What time do you get up at the weekend?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock?
That's late.
You don't get up before 12 o'clock?
Never. I always get up late. I never get up before 12 o'clock. Never, never, never. Never, never.
So, you get up late?
Never before 12.
Never before 12. But then what do you do?
Oh, different things. I sometimes go shopping. I sometimes go for a walk. I sometimes watch television. I sometimes go shopping. Not always. I sometimes go for a walk, and I sometimes watch television. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Always. Always. Sometimes. Sometimes. Never. Never.
At MAP Advertising, Rachel Hansen is doing some market research for a magazine. It's a magazine for young men and women. Rachel wants to know what they do at the weekend.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could I ask you some questions?
Of course. Sit down.
It's nice here.
Yes, it is. What do you want to know?
I work for an advertising agency, and I'm doing some research. It's for a new magazine, for people like you.
People like me? What do you mean?
People between 18 and 25 years old.
Oh, okay.
Right. What do you do at the weekend?
Well, on Fridays, my wife always goes to her exercise class. Then she visits friends.
Don't you go out?
Not on Fridays. I never go out on Fridays. I stay at home and watch television.
And on Saturdays?
On Saturdays, my wife and I always go sailing together.
Really?
We love it. We never miss it. And then, in the evening, we go out.
Where to?
Different places. We sometimes go and see friends. We sometimes go to the cinema or a restaurant. But we always go out on Saturday evenings.
I see. And now, Sunday. What happens on Sundays?
Nothing special. We often go for a walk. And I always cook a big Sunday lunch.
Oh? How often do you do the cooking?
Twice a week. 3 times a week.
Thank you very much. All I need now are your personal details. Your name, job, and so on. What's your surname?
Robinson.
So, what did Rachel find out?
On Saturdays, my wife and I always go sailing. We never miss it. We always go sailing. Every Saturday. We sometimes go to the cinema. We sometimes go to a restaurant.
And what about Sundays?
We often go for a walk. Often.
Often. Often.
Always. Often. Sometimes. Never.
Kevin, how often do you go out?
3 times a week.
Natalie?
Twice a week. And how often do you go out?
Once a week. How often do you go out? How often? How often?
3 times a week. Twice a week. Once a week.
Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. 7 times. 8 times. 9 times. 10 times. 11 times. 12 times.
How often?
But I never go out.
Cook the dinner.
I always cook the dinner. How often do you cook the dinner?
Wash the dishes.
How often do you wash the dishes? I always wash the dishes. I always cook the dinner. I always wash the dishes. We never go out.
We don't always work. We sometimes go out. And we sometimes go on holiday. Natalie, how often do you go on holiday?
Once a year.
Kevin?
About 4 times a year.
4 times a year?
How often do you go on holiday?
Probably twice a year, once in the winter, then again a summer holiday.
I go on holiday about 5 or 6 times a year.
I try and go on holiday at least 3 times a year.
I take a vacation about once or twice a year.
I don't very often go on holiday at all.
How often do you eat in a restaurant?
I eat in a restaurant about twice a week.
At least once or twice a week.
Oh, we probably eat in a restaurant once a week.
How often do I eat in a restaurant? Once a month?
Always.
Never.
Sometimes.
Once a day.
Twice a week.
6 times a year.
How often? How often do people do things? The Wheeler family live in the United States. Let's join them for a typical American weekend at home.
Our home here is fairly large. We have 4 bedrooms, an office, a bunch of bathrooms, I think 4 bathrooms. In England, you'd say it was 3 reception rooms, but it's a front room, a dining room, and a breakfast nook. We do a lot of things around the house on the weekend. We garden quite a bit, working in our garden. We play basketball on the basketball court we got out and back.
All right.
At the weekends here, I go out a lot with my friends on Friday or Saturday nights. Sometimes we'll go to the movies or just go to other people's houses and watch videos.
Usually Saturday afternoon is crank up the barbecue, and that's our meal because during the summer it gets pretty hot here, and sometimes you just want to be outside rather than be inside. In California, you really have 2 seasons from our entertainment point of view. Spring, summer, and fall are very much the same type of activities, and then winter is very different on the activities that we do on the weekend. Summertime activities are usually involved around the children's sports. My youngest son plays Little League. That's baseball.
You're going to see a lot of little boys taking a game very, very seriously. They're all dressed up in their uniforms. There will be quite a few teams because it's a large park area that they play in. And there are a lot of teams, a lot of different colored uniforms, and they're all playing their game.
Get a piece of it.
I'd like to live in the USA. Natalie, would you like to live in another country?
I'd love to.
Kevin?
I am living in another country.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Today, we're going to look at driving. Now, as you know, Kevin is learning to drive. And he's learning the rules of the road. So Natalie is going to give Kevin a little test. You ready, Kevin?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Kevin. What does this sign mean?
That means you have to stop.
Correct.
You have to stop. Have to. Have to. You have to stop.
And now, what does this sign mean?
That sign means no parking.
No parking. You can't leave your car here. You can't park here. No parking.
And this sign?
That means it's a one-way street.
One-way street. You can drive your car in one direction only along this street. One way. A one-way street.
Well done, Kevin.
Now, do you know what this sign means?
You can't overtake. There's no overtaking allowed.
No overtaking.
That sign means that you are not allowed to overtake when you are driving along the road.
It means don't overtake on this piece of road.
And what does this sign mean?
The sign means that you must reduce the speed at which you are travelling.
Reduce speed now means slow down.
That means you should slow down.
It means to slow down.
Go slower.
Slow down.
During the lunch break at MAP Advertising, Julia Marsh goes shopping. She takes her car. She wants to go to a shop in South Street, but she doesn't know where South Street is.
Excuse me.
Yes, madam.
Could you tell me the way to South Street, please?
Of course. Turn right here. It's the second on the right.
Thank you.
Oh, madam,
Yes.
you can't park here.
But I won't be long. I'll only be a few minutes.
Sorry, madam, you have to move it. You're parked on a yellow line. And there's the sign. Look. You have to use the car park.
10 minutes? I'm in a hurry. I have to go back to work.
Sorry, madam.
Do I have to use the car park?
Yes. This is a no parking area.
Where is the car park?
It's not far. Go along this road and take the second turning on the left. The first is a one-way street. Turn left again and the car park is in front of you.
Thank you.
Julia Marsh has a problem.
You can't park here. You have to use the car park.
Julia doesn't want to go to the car park.
Do I have to use the car park?
Yes. This is a no parking area.
James Brady is driving up to Edinburgh soon. Yesterday, he took his car to a garage for a service. Now he's back at the garage to find out if his car is ready. Before we join him, there's one word you'll need to know. Something you find on a car or on a bicycle. Brakes. These things. Brakes. You use brakes to stop.
Good afternoon. Is my car ready?
Mr. Brady!
Yes.
Oh, bad news, I'm afraid.
What is it?
There's something wrong with the brakes. And one of the lights doesn't work.
When can you repair them?
Well, the light is no problem, but the brakes... we can't repair the brakes before next week, I'm afraid.
But I'm driving to Edinburgh tomorrow.
Would you like to rent a car? I'll give you a special price. Just fill in a form and off you go.
Thank you.
Now James has a problem with his car.
There's something wrong with the brakes.
When can you repair them?
Repair. Make something good. The brakes don't work. When can you repair them? They can't repair the brakes before next week, but they can help James in another way.
Would you like to rent a car?
What does that say?
Danger.
And what does that mean?
It means it's dangerous to cross the road.
Correct. Before you cross the road, look left. Then look right. Then look left again. Wait! Is it safe? Is a car coming? You, number 2.
I'm number 3.
All right then, number 3.
It's safe. Nothing's coming.
Correct. Now we can cross the road. Remember, when you want to cross the road, you have to stop and look left. Then you look right.
Kevin,
Yes.
what does this sign mean?
That means you're coming to a motorway.
Mark Hill is a motorway policeman. He works on the M1, the motorway that goes from London to the north of England. He starts by telling us who can't drive on motorways in Britain.
The people that can't are learner drivers, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists with a certain cc motorcycle, and agricultural vehicles. And also pedestrians are not allowed up on the motorway. On average, we deal with probably 3 to 4 accidents per shift. Bearing in mind, over a 24-hour period, we have 3 shifts. So multiply that by 3 would give us the number of accidents we probably deal with in a day. We have to make sure that persons who are injured are catered for and the extent of their injuries. That is our first step.
You all right, my love? You all right? No? Yeah, all right, just hang on there. Just hang on there.
The second step is to clear the road as quickly as possible to enable the traffic to flow again. We can try and educate the motorist to drive better. They can look at our driving and perhaps learn from that. But also, when we stop the motorist, advise them where they could better themselves in certain areas.
You're not used to driving on the hard shoulder. Of course, you could hit them. We got a serious accident. We get pedestrians come down here. You get bits of exhaust left in here. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a varied working day. I never know what I'm going to deal with from one day to the next. And deal with numerous different people from numerous walks of life. And I don't think there's any other job that can give you that experience.
OK, Kevin, one last one. What does this sign mean?
That means you're at the end of the motorway.
That's right. And we're at the end of the programme. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Today we look at how things work.
For example, do you know how a fax machine works?
Or this. Do you know how this works, Natalie?
What is it?
A sifter.
A sifter?
For sifting flour.
Let's go to MAP Advertising and meet Carl Schiller. Carl is a client and a friend of Julia Marsh. He's from Munich in Germany. This is his first visit to London.
And I wanted to give you these brochures before tomorrow's meeting. Oh, and I have a present for you.
A present? For me?
Yes.
Carl. Oh,
Do you like it?
yes. It's great. Thank you very much.
Ah.
Now, where does this go? Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Oh, and it has a radio too. How does it work?
There's a switch there.
Yes, it says CD this way and radio that way.
Mm-hmm. And you need these batteries. And this, a CD to help you learn German.
Thanks again, Carl. You're very kind.
You're welcome. Now I must go and find a hotel.
Oh, I can help you there. There's a very nice hotel near where I live, in Wimbledon.
Wimbledon?
Yes, it's about 6 miles, 10 kilometers from the centre of town. But it's a lovely area.
Fine.
Okay. I'll book a room for you and then I'll tell you how to get there.
Thanks.
Julia liked her present. She asked 2 questions, one about the headphones and one about the radio.
Where does this go? How does it work?
Now let's join Rachel and Rita at MAP Advertising. Rachel has 2 letters she wants to fax, but she doesn't know how to use the fax machine.
How does it work?
It's easy. I'll show you. First, put the letter in here, like this. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Next, press this button, the button with the towel.
For telephone?
Then, type in the fax number. What is it?
0279 450 767.
Then, wait for the message online, here. And that's it. Got it?
Yes, I think so. Can I try now?
Of course.
First, put the letter in here. Next, press this button.
First. Next. Then. Words you use to show that one action comes after another.
First, put the letter in here. Next, press this button. Then, type in the fax number.
Mum, food.
Come back! Stop! Now listen to me. Never, never, never go near that. Is that clear? Do you understand?
Yes, Mum. What is that?
That's a mouse trap.
What does it do?
It kills mice.
How does it work?
I'll show you. Don't stand there. Move back. Good. Now watch. First, touch the cheese. Next, push down.
Oh.
Then, eat the cheese.
The mother mouse told her baby not to go near a mousetrap. Never, never, never. Then she asked 2 questions. Is that clear? Do you understand?
Carl Schiller is at his hotel in Wimbledon. It's the hotel that Julia recommended.
It's cold in here. How do you turn on the heating?
The heating is on, sir. But you're right, it is cold. There's a thermostat here on the wall. I'll turn it up.
Thank you. There's something wrong with the TV. It doesn't work.
You have to press this button.
Ah.
The light switches are here. This turns on your main light, and this turns on the bedside lights. And this is your radio and alarm clock.
Thank you.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, that's fine. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your stay.
There were some important words there, like turn on. You turn on the light. You turn on the central heating. If the room is too cold, you turn up the heating using the thermostat. And if it's too hot, you turn it down.
How do you turn on the heating? How do you turn on the heating?
I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up.
There's something wrong with the TV. Something wrong. It doesn't work.
Mildred Cookson is a miller at an old water mill on the River Thames. The mill turns grain into flour for making bread and cakes. But how does the mill work?
The water mill is actually powered by this water wheel here. And that in turn moves all the machinery inside the mill. The grain is brought to the mill in sacks, and I have to get it up from the ground floor up into the roof to store it. Then, when the water wheel starts up, the grain can flow down from where it is on the top floor onto the stone floor where the millstones are, into the millstones. This is a set of millstones without the covering on. The top stone here that goes round, and the bottom stone set in the floor that doesn't move. Here is the shoe, and here is the damsel. The damsel turns with the top stone, and the grain can flow down the shoe, past the damsel, and into the middle of the millstone here. The grain then travels outwards in between the two millstones, being turned slowly into flour as it reaches the edge and gets pushed down the hole in the floor, down to the flour bags below.
How does this flour sifter work, Kevin?
It's easy. First, you hold it like this. Next, you put in the flour. And then you do this.
And that's it for today. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.